Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning, the 19th. I did not upload anything Thursday or Friday. Truth be told, well, not Thursday and Friday, but Monday and Tuesday, I fell off the wagon a little bit. Luckily, I got right back up and just kept going, but just you never really get a hold of that part of you, but you have to figure out like, hey, for my drinking, it's a condition of other symptoms going on in my life. I For me in the past, it's usually been I never forgave myself, whether it be for something I said to a family member, a friend, maybe even just something I said to a stranger, and that's just not how I should act. I feel a lot of guilt and remorse, and you start to think about what could I have done differently or whatever. And I think I mentioned that earlier. You start thinking about things like that, you're digging yourselves into a hole that you don't want your mind or emotions stuck in. Truth is no, there's really nothing I could have done differently. And if I wanted to do something differently, would I have, knowing that this could have been an outcome, knowing that this was in this person's heart. I remember a story happened to me. I want to say I was like 16 or 17, where I was a little bit of a friendly get together, and I had a girlfriend, and I remember cheating. It wasn't we didn't we didn't have like sex or anything, but still it was cheating. But I remember it was like 4 a.m. and I was walking home because it was right down the road, and I was so upset with myself at 16 years old. I remember calling her on the phone at 4 in the morning and telling her the truth, knowing full well, hey, this means she could end it. Uh, but I could not physically live with myself looking at somebody I care about and lie. Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it away from her. I certainly couldn't do it towards her. If somebody's willing to sit there and bold face lie to you, and then try also to tell you that they love you and they care, I don't, I don't see that. I'm sorry. Um, I understand little white lies. I mean, I understand you're not gonna tell them about a Christmas present or something like that, but something so serious where it could lead to adultery or already has. If you got any sort of heart in you or any sort of love, anything, let that person know and let them go so they can move on with their lives. And it's going to hurt them. And I know there's part of people out there that are doing these wrong things, and they don't want to hurt their spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend or what have you, but you are hurting them. They just don't know it yet. And in the end, when they do find out, it hurts worse knowing that it had gone on for so long. For me, I think my situation, and I come to find out it had been going on for 4 or 5 weeks. Again, I apologize. For some reason this morning my eye is bothering me. But yeah, either way, I sank into a little bit of a hole Monday and Tuesday. and I've had a couple days off work. Went and saw my doctor and changed up some medications to kind of just help with this first few weeks getting by, helping me sleep. Sleeping is very difficult. You wake up and or you're going to sleep, whatever it is, and you can't stop picturing, the worst. The worst. You wake up, you picture the worst. You know, you wake up, you miss your kids, you miss that old person, not the new one, or whatever. Maybe it's always been the old one, but just they've been really good about covering it up. But you can't, yesterday and Thursday, really, I got up and trying to take care of some business, trying to deal with. I got another, a new phone, new iPhone, whatever, and I got to try to connect that. So I'm probably gonna end up having to go to the Mall of Georgia, go to the Apple Store. Divorce is so much more than I could have ever imagined. I mean, especially in a situation where it's not like 50-50 or 70-25 or 75-25. I'm in a situation where it's basically 99 and I get 1%, and it's very, very difficult starting over. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm not struggling. I feel like I got too much to do, not enough time, but then being stuck in that depression, it feels like, hey, I'm up for a few hours and then I just get hit with this complete exhaustion. And I think a lot of it has to do with, in the past especially, I've always just hidden these feelings down and coped with them in the wrong ways, and now I'm actually coping with it, not necessarily in the best way. Yesterday I went to I did 2 AA meetings, one in the morning. I watched Black Adam, and then I went to the noon meeting. When I got back, I had a nice lunch, and the next thing you know, I went to sleep, and when it got time to get up, I just slept the whole day till this morning, and honestly, I didn't even really want to get up. I'm finding it to be very, very difficult to just get up and get moving. Get up and go to the gym. Get up and go. The meetings are not. I don't find that hard to go to, because I do know that is very helpful. But going out and being more positive with other things in life right now, I definitely need to get up and go do. It's difficult, of course, but hopefully that y'all can have some sort of support system. And if you don't, reach out to people. There's a lot of people that have reached out to me, and to them, I'm sorry that I've been kind of unavailable a couple nights this week. I just, obviously a lot going on, and then just trying to get out of my own head. So I will post some more videos this weekend, but this is just kind of an update in the last few days why I haven't uploaded it. To be honest, it's just I was asleep, I was tired, and still dealing with this here. And by the way, part of the reason I mentioned that story earlier about me being when I was 16 and calling and showing remorse is that even at 16 I knew the feeling of remorse, and maybe I didn't know what true love meant exactly, but I had some sort of inkling of an idea to where I love this person enough where I couldn't look at them in the eyes or even really speak to them without the truth wanting to come out. And that's a lot of love. Don't get me wrong, what I did was completely wrong, but at least I was wanting to make it right. And there's none of that in this case. In my case, this person is validated and right, and they're justified, and there's nothing I could have done. And then I stop and think, well, even if you could have done something, would you have wanted to? As hard as this is, would you have really wanted this to change? Because if this is deep down and this is this person's heart, you don't need that in your life. My heart's been, I feel like it's been ripped out of my chest time and time and time again, and just squeezed, just strangled. I don't know how to explain it. But this is starting to bother me this morning. Maybe I need to find my eye drops because it's causing this to run. But I'll make another video, a couple videos this weekend. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you again for everybody that's reached out. I definitely, it's been a huge help, and if anybody wants to reach out this weekend, I don't have any plans other than my noon meetings. I don't know if I'll make it to the 8 o'clock at night. Typically, I'm so used to a schedule getting up for something in the morning that by the time 9 o'clock rolls around, I'm phasing out, So thank you again. I love you guys, and just keep fighting. For me, it's just every minute. Every minute that I could go by just puts me 1 minute closer to being okay. But in the process, you have to make sure during that time you're doing the right thing. So thank you again. I love y'all. You guys have a wonderful Saturday, and I hope to hear from some people. Love you guys. Bye.